Okay, audio is up and running. Now let me share this with a few streams and then we will proceed. Few streams. Share this with a few groups and then we'll proceed. This is gonna be our first take on Outlaws at Thunder Junction. It's so far the consensus has been that green is actually pretty good early mid range, so that seems to be one of the stronger colors now. Removal is there, but it also tends to be a lot of 1-for-1, so that is also something to keep in mind. The removal is also very important given how much of a Prince format this is. You need to be able to interact or else you will get wrecked. So I wish there's a way. Also, I wish there's a way to check which groups have I shared this with, because I'm afraid I might have misclicked something. And okay, share poll. Yeah, share post doesn't quite help. I probably have to go into the managed video to see which ones I've shared with. Then I can just do a quick double check on that one. Yeah. So shared. It just gives me alerts. I shared the stream a few minutes ago. It doesn't tell me exactly where I shared it to. So I hope I did not make a mistake. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be taking a quick look at Outlaws at Thunder Junction. I'm just going to have to open a new tab and do the check right there. Without further ado, we are going to go straight to the draft. So share that one, community. That one's correct. I think that's all the shares I did. I'm not sure if I made a mistake anywhere, but yeah, we're ready. Yeah, okay, wait, there's 4 shares. Okay, okay, I shared it correctly. There is a way to check after all. Now I just need to wait for this one person to log in, possibly. But hey, I would rather have someone be out of the queue right now and just restart the whole thing. Okay, they're back. Rather than have them be out of the queue during the draft itself. It's actually bad for them. Slick Shots Show Off has been one of the top cards for Constructed recently. It's been a highlight of Mono Red. We'll consider that one, but let's. Explosive Derailment is pretty good removal. This does admittedly put us in the 2 spells deck. That said, we don't exactly have that much in the way of really good greens, so we're not exactly incentivized to go there. Removal, Ariad's Lullaby, Explosive Derailment. Bonding Felidar is a bit on the slow side. Knife Point is interesting, though I would probably want to get the Pulverizer or the Geyser Drake on the way back. We'll take the Show Off for now. Ooh, from the big score, Legion Extruder enters the battlefield, deals 2 damage to any target, and I can sacrifice another artifact. So definitely want to take this one. Our other good options would have been Jolene Plundering Pugilist would be a good one. Jailbreak Scheme is kind of fine. We're probably going to be on the lookout for a bunch of these random artifacts to come back. But we're definitely... There's also a Drover Grizzly. It's not the strongest though. So gonna do a double check. Yeah, audio's fine. Okay, there we go. So we do get Ubeka. But we don't exactly have upkeep triggers to worry about. So that one's kind of in the back of the. Yeah, we are considering the 2 spells deck mostly for Slick Shot Show Off. We also want a bunch of non-creature spells as well, so Highway Robbery is fine, Discerning Peddler is fine, Loan Shark is quite good. It also starts locking blue up a bit. I don't see a reason to take Obeka right away. Actually, a lot of triggers nowadays, if you notice, seem to be operating at different times. Now we have a lot of at the beginning of combat triggers, at the beginning of the end step triggers. But that said, we have a pretty decent start off. Canyon Crab. If you haven't cast a spell from your hand, I guess that the plot comes in nicely there. Rodeo Pyromancers gives us some mana back. That's quite good. Trick Shot. Its removal. It's awfully expensive. Is it better to take one early, or would I rather have something to gum up the board while I'm waiting? I could also choose the Mirage Mesa, but I think I'm willing to take the Canyon Crab. This does prioritize a bit more plot, so okay. Now that said, Magebane Lizard whenever a player. Okay, so it also hurts us. The Trick Shot is here again. I could take that, or I could just take the Desert, which does help our mana base quite a bit. And I think I'm willing to take that one. I don't mind passing the Trick Shot because it is on the awfully expensive side. I would rather say plot another Loan Shark. This town ain't big enough is also quite good. Razzle Dazzler is also an option. I think I'm gonna take this town ain't big enough for now. I kind of want at least one of those. Ooh, another Eroded Canyon. Highway Robbery is an option, but I might probably just take Seize the Secrets instead if that was the case. But we'll take the Canyon. Let's establish our mana base first and figure it out from there. Jin of Fool's Fall is quite okay for us. There is an Endless Detour, but green is underdrafted. But I am in no position to take. There is a Geyser Drake. I'm definitely taking that one. Being able to shrink our this town ain't big enough is quite good. We definitely want to have more instants here, so that's something to keep in mind. Jailbreak Scheme is not, well, it's removal. I might rather just take one of the Tomb Trawlers just for our Legion Extruder, see if that's viable. Not necessarily sure if that's the correct way to do it, but we'll see. See how it pans out and all that jazz. So we are kind of leaning towards blue right now. There's a Highway Robbery. Obeka did come back. I'm gonna take the Obeka. See, we might have a reason to splash, but even then, if we're gonna splash, it's not for that one. I'm probably just taking it because it's a rare. The Tomb Trawler is mostly for the Legion Extruder. Not sure. Oh, Trick Shot did come back, which makes sense. It is admittedly very expensive. If I had to choose between the Razzle Dazzler, I probably would take that. Well, okay, not much of a choice there. Now our curve is a bit on the high side, so we want to be looking for things like Malcolm the Eyes is a very good pickup for us. Failed Fording is as good as we don't exactly have much in the way of crimes. Emergent Haunting would also be good, but we're taking Malcolm here. So far, everything's lining up, but which kind of concerns me too. But as far as power level is concerned, we only have like 3 pieces of removal. I could take Explosive Derailment for the 4th. Peerless Rope Master is nice. Okay, Archmage is new. When it deals combat damage to a player, target instant or sorcery in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. I guess I am willing to take this one, though our instant count is awfully low. I might rather just take an Explosive Derailment at this point because we need the instants more, and this is not necessary. Also, giving this flashback 0 only discounts this one, so yeah, we'll take the Explosive Derailment here. As far as rares go, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 from 2 packs is kind of average, I guess. We're kind of Nowadays, because of the way play boosters are going, a good a good average is 5 to 6 rares. Collective Defiance, also definitely a good one here for us too. We'll take that one. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better than the other options here. That's now this is caster's second spell, so we need to let's do a sanity check on our plot cards. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 plot cards. We kind of want a lot more than this. Explosive Derailment is really a 3-drop. We'll need to keep that in mind. Our curve does mostly start at 2, which is fine. There's an Ancient Cornucopia whenever... I would love to take it, but we cannot justify taking it. All the rares are still here. There's a There is a Stop Cold. It's a non-creature spell. It does have flash, so it's actually good with, say, our Spring Splasher and our Geyser Drake. And we are short on removal. I am willing to take this one. Siphon Insight's fine, but not that great. Oh, Longhorn Sharpshooter is great. That this one basically sort of Flame Tongue Kavu. Well, not quite Flame Tongue Kavu, but at its it is at the cost of Flame Tongue Kavu though. Quick Draw, +1/+1 the first strike. Daring Thunder Thief. This one also kind of okay with us. It gives us a 4-mana 4/4. Silver Deputy. I'm willing to take the Deputy over the Gardener here. And I kind of want to start taking a bit on the lower curve, so I'm willing to take at least one of those. No, more Loan Sharks. There is a Resilient Roadrunner for speed. I think I'm okay. The problem with the Loan Shark is our curve. I'll take the Loan Shark for now. We probably want to have a lot more interaction later down the line here. Well, I did say we want more interaction. This Hypothesis definitely is it. We're passing on a Holy Cow, passing Snakeskin Veil. Okay, Emergent Haunting is also very good for us here. We can probably cut the Tomb Trawler for this one. Not much here. There's a Harrier Strix. It does have an ET. It does have an activated ability. I think we'll take one. Probably not gonna run it though. Quill Charger, Saddle, no. Demonic Ruckus. I guess this makes us more aggro. Yeah, we'll take another Spring Splasher. We're not exactly a crime deck though, so this I might actually end up cutting some of these Spring Slashers. Our creature count is kind of okay. Our non-creature count is something I need to reconsider. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the Siphon Insight. Canyon Crab is kind of fine. Emergent Haunting is definitely fine. Trick Shot again. We'll definitely want the Failed Forwarding this time. We're gonna go base blue here. Base blue, red splash. Ariet's not where we're at. Okay, this one's a 1 rare pack. So it makes things easier for us. There is a Fling that I'm not that interested in. Slick Shot, not that interested in. Actually, none of these cards I'm actually interested in. Let's do an Outlaw check. 1 Mercenary, 3 Rogues, 1 Pirate, so 5 Outlaws for Mine Raider. It does give us a treasure token. I could also just take the Cactus for a sure shot on the off chance we are able to splash green. But remember, splash green is going to be for like Desert or say Botanical Sanctum is a good way to do that. Let's see if we're passing anything good. Pulverizers, fine. Another Gin of Fool's Fall, but I don't think that's where I'm at. Yeah, we'll take the Botanical Sanctum. So we have a green splash available, but Oh, there's also, ooh, Torpor Orb is nasty. Okay, before I start digging into the rares, I definitely want to take Looming Marsh Torpor Orb here. Slickshot Lockpicker, yes, we actually want this card. So I am gonna have to give up on these rares. It's just a shame. Outlaw Stitcher. This is actually fine as a 4-drop. I don't have to plot it. I can, but our 4-drops are actually not too heavy. It's our 5-drops that are heavy. I think we can take this one. Another Canyon Crab is fine. Oasis Gardener helps us fix our mana if we have to. Bucolic Ranch, unfortunately, we're not the right deck for it. I think we just take another Canyon Crab, not sure if we're gonna run it. Prickly Pear we probably will run. This one does give us 2 creatures for the price of 1. I do have to re-inspect my curve though. Like there's so many other options. Skewer the Critics, always a good spell. We're actually yeah, we might be suffering a bit from success here, so we need to reconsider. Like say the Outlaw Stitcher, as nice as it is, I guess 4 mana for a 1/4 plus a 2/2 is good enough. You don't need to. If I'm able to plot beforehand, it's quite good. Tyrant Scorn is in black. Would I rather have another silver? Unfortunately, I can't do the splash because Botanical Sampling is not the desert here. Do I want another Loan Shark? I'll just take the Tyrant Scorn. But I'm probably. And let's see, Vault Buster. Vault Buster's fine. It is another 3 mana spell. I might just take some of these off cards here. Wolverine is actually fine as a plot card. I just need to check 1510. It is definitely cheaper than Fool's Fall though, so yeah, we'll take it as an option. Because our creature count 1410 is quite okay. Seize the Secrets. Probably another Geyser Drake is fine too. If I'm gonna be making cuts, it's definitely to creatures at this point. I think the 10 non-creatures is fine, but we have to, like for example, Emergent Haunting is as good as it is. Does it fit the rest of our deck? This is normally fits the white-blue don't cast anything deck. Well, rather don't. And it's a good thing we invested in the deserts quite early because we did not get any of them back late. Also, Skewer the Critics, so good with the deserts here. So let's see, let's run the 2 Eroded Canyons here. Let's do a sanity check on our. So this is actually a 3-drop. Geyser Drake. This one's a 3 plot. This one's a 4 plot. And I probably do not want to plot this any cheaper. This one's a 5 plot. This one's a 4 plot. So Canyon Crab, Emergent Haunting, Failed Fording, Spring Splasher. Okay, our 2 drops are okay, so if we have better 2 drops than this, I'm all for it. So what would our options be? Another Canyon Crab instead of Spring Splasher is actually a good choice here, I think. We're not the crime deck. I don't think we have enough. We didn't see enough good green to justify the Cactus for Sure Shot, and we don't exactly have big creatures, so that one's out. So Emergent Haunting. How many instants? Because we have 2 sorceries, 5 instants, 1 enchantment with flash, and we can plot a bunch of other cards, so we can actually wait a bit. I could try running the 41 card special, but realistically, I'm supposed to cut a non-creature here. Okay, let's do an interaction check. This one kind of gets one back, so we'll put it there. Skewers here, collective defiance here, hypothesis. Okay, so we do have a lot of incidental interaction. Okay, so this is all our interaction spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe we can cut one. Trick Shot's the most expensive one, but it is, other than bounce, it's our only actual out. Okay, you know what? I don't know what to cut, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the deck as is. Then we'll figure out how to make it work from there. It's a shame you can't sacrifice the artifact itself from the big score to make the 3/3 giant. I guess I can keep this. Turn 2 silver deputy. Oh, never mind, fine. We're fine already. I guess I can attack with it. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with it. I'm gonna attack with it now. There's no reason to plot it. And this is equal to the non-creature spells cast this turn. So I say take the 1, go for the failed forwarding. Most likely I just play this. This is a bit interesting here. Because our opponent is about to cast. Then this is if you control. Okay, so opponent. So this one's not drawing a card. This is a straight 3/3. I probably want to just play Silver Deputy. Set up my next turn. I want to do a non-creature. It cannot be a desert because this goes on the top of our library. Taking a bit of damage for now, but failed forwarding. We do get a free surveil. I'm gonna block this one. If our opponent wants to spend, a combat trick on that, no, they're not. They're actually just gonna let slide. This also taps us. Okay. I want to see what our opponent's response is. Opponent does not have a response. Okay. We can probably just drop Prickly Pear here. This does give us an incidental blocker. I wonder what our opponent's holding. Do they not have a 4-drop? Which is super weird. Discerning Peddler. Okay, they're having to dig. They did discard the land though, so that is. Are they flooded with lands? That's usually the other possibility. Now I could just block with both of them, but let me take it easy here. Okay, we have this town ain't big enough. We can use it to bounce one of our creatures and one of their creatures. Like I could bounce, say, the Prickly Pear. That's actually a good one. Let's see if our opponent has a response to this. If our opponent decides to block with Peddler, I might be fine with it. If they block the Silver Deputy, I'm fine with it also. I'm gonna play Canyon Crab. Give ourselves a give ourselves a defender. So we'll see what our opponent decides. Oh, they hit their blue mana. Okay, they might have been waiting for that. Okay, nothing else. Now I could use this, say, to bounce something else, then use this to bounce this plus one of my creatures. Or I could just buck. Or I could do this now. Probably do not want another Canyon Crab at this point. There was an argument for just not casting the spell, I guess. Like, I'm okay with leaving this one behind. No, this one can shrink it, but... Now what we can do is we can do Slick Shot Pickpocket and... I could wait a turn, or I could Pickpocket right away, bounce the Catarantula. But I definitely want to wait for this to become a flying creature first. So Lockpicker, Spring Slasher is going to be the play. Ooh, opponent going for the Doc Arlock plan. That's our play. We cannot cast we cannot cast Spring Splasher because we actually want this to flip. And let's see. Now the problem is this one has some... I now have to bounce 2 creatures per se, and I can only bounce 1. Never mind. Opponent is not going for this one right away. So we should be able to sneak quite a bunch of damage through. I'm concerned that they haven't played any interaction at this point, which means they've been sandbagging it the whole time. Okay, let's do some math. 3, 6, 7. Now the flashback cost is equal to the mana cost, so I do not want to do this town ain't big enough unless I'm bouncing 2 creatures. So I'm going to go for Field Fording instead. Let's see if our opponent has any responses to this. We are giving them a card. There's really no good way around it. And I'm probably gonna spread the I'm probably gonna spread these 2. Skewer's good. We're keeping that up top. And this would be 8. I'm assuming our opponent has a combat trick, so... I'm assuming they have a trick of some sort. So the plan now is just to survive so that... Okay, Tornado. I'm fine with that. And we're gonna plot this. Yeah, we'll discard the canyon. We can just pay full price for Skewer. Opponent's probably gonna start. I'm hoping they don't have a way to. There are a few spells that can help punch through. I am concerned about those. One creature is gonna get through out of all these, and I cannot take too much damage because I cannot take 7 damage. I definitely can't take 8. I cannot take 7 because our opponent still has room for. Still has the Magebane Lizard. Opponent probably has their own instants and sorceries, but they're a bit wary of casting them because it's all because the Magebane Lizard is also going to dome them for it. Hypothesis, and this is target creature, so what did they? 4 damage. We'll probably lose. Yeah, Lockpicker is fine. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to block. I have to block. And hopefully we don't go down to... Yeah. Okay, yeah, we survived it. And our opponent kind of figured out that, yeah, because they tapped out, we could just swing with our creatures. Whew. Okay, we managed to get there. We got our first win. Plan is quite good now. We just have to hope that that plan can continue. Not a bad start. Let's keep going. Yeah, we are running the 41 card special. Ideally, you do not want to be running 41 cards. You want to be running 40. I still haven't figured out which is the weakest one. It might be Trick Shot. It might be the artifact from Big Score, the Legion Extruder. We do have a good 1-2-3, and I could just play Outlaw Snitcher as a 4-drop if I have to. So we will keep this. Yeah, we're not playing this yet because we don't have to. Opponent's gonna Siphon Insight. Okay. Actually, Siphon Insight is somewhat better now in the set where there's so many rares. Opponent could just Siphon Insight us again. It's not like either of us are doing anything. I probably want to play the Prickly Pear. Siphon Insight again. Okay, sure. Opponent taking 2 turns off. So, question, what would our next play be? I definitely want to plot this if I can. Opponent goes Canyon Crab, that's our card. We could stop it cold and just swing through it. I could also use Legion Extruder on that, but we're probably... Oh, there's also this town ain't big enough, which is actually quite nice for us as well. Nice to get our card back, I suppose. Yeah, opponent giving up a Deadite. Well, looks like our opponent went 3 color. No, they did find their 3rd color. So this is whenever another outlaw enters the battlefield. Thankfully, we have... I'm trying to remember what the 2 mana counter spell is. I'm sure I don't have it. Maybe a sacrifice spell? It's functionally the same either way, so I'm okay with it. The next turn I decide failed forwarding. Oh, they're just bouncing it back. Okay, sure. So I could spend mana to make this a beast. I'm probably just gonna play Prickly Pear again. So opponent ends up having to replay this. I now have the option to plot this one. So in which case, I want to cast other spells. I want to cast other spells first before dumping this. There is a big difference between a 1/4 and a 2/2 and a 1/4 and a 4/4. They took our Skewer the Critics. That's fine, I guess. Okay, there's our own failed forwarding. Now this is non-tap. Oh. Definitely want the Lone Shark. So next turn we will have options between... Oh, opponent's playing 4 color. Okay, super greedy. Let's see what their plays are. Roxanne will... We will lose one of these, that's fine. Now, stop cold only take... I still have to stop it cold. It loses all abilities too, which is nice. And yeah, I definitely want to set up the Lone Shark. Now my concern is... Okay, it's Prickly Pear, it's fine. So that gives me some time off. If I can draw another mana, if I can draw more mana, I will just Okay, we did draw more mana. It's a bit on the expensive side though. So that said, I can just plot this. Opponent might have a combat trick. Okay, I'm fine with that trade. They might still have a combat trick, but I'm otherwise fine with it. Draw a card, discard a card. Opponent goes Rooftop Assault. Okay, that's it figures. They could have done it before I got to draw and discard. I'm now gonna discard the Geyser Drake here. Because we can actually cast this, then this. That's we are taking 6 though. Do they have a second spell? Yeah, they want to investigate it. Skewer. Okay, they skewer me also, sure. And sacrifice to draw. Okay. So if you cast 2 or more spells this turn, so I want to Explosive Derailment first. I want to hit. This one gives them. I I have to hit this one though because the life gain is going to be very problematic. Collateral damage we'll cast later. So next turn we can go Collective Defiance, we can start clearing out our opponent's board. Intimidation Campaign, they get to draw a card. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, they're gonna... Oh wait, no, they have a Treasure. Oh no, Meteorite, they can cast it again. So Intimidation Campaign is really good for this kind of deck. Stalls out for quite a long time. If our opponent swings with that, we're going to Collective Defiance the Prickly Pear because that's what they left behind. Okay, that's both our deserts, so we don't really need this one. In fact, I can go for draw that many cards, but definitely want to do these two. Do I want to do... It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, I kind of want to do that. So there's an argument for making them discard because it will ruin whatever setup they have. Okay, that they really didn't have anything else. So that didn't really mean much, but yeah, we cleared the board. And that's all we needed to do. Whew! So definitely Stop Cold is good. Collective Defiance is good. Trick Shot is probably going to be good when we hit the inevitable green matchup, so we're waiting for that. So just being patient there. Just making sure that we got everything lined up. So 2 wins so far. So far we haven't encountered too many obnoxious rares. Siphon Insight was it took some of our good cards, but it didn't really build up our opponent's board, so we were fine with that. Good. This one's a bit awkward. Yeah, we'll keep this. I have to Eroded Canyon. It's a shame though because Skewer the Criticism really wants that desert hit. I'll probably do Spring Slasher turn 2. Because if our opponent drops a creature, we can still... Okay, Frontier Seeker. We can still swing through. Opponent... Yeah, because that's just free damage. I definitely want to just play Emergent Haunting here. This is an instant after all, so we can kind of wait. Likewise, the alternate plan is if our opponent drops this, we swing past it, see what our opponent does. If our opponent takes it, we just let it go. Yep. Then we'll just let this flip. So now we can block and hold up Emergent Haunting. That said, taking the turn off, it is a bit scary when Ornery Tumblewag. Yeah, this one's burn on sight. You cannot. So our opponent does get the saddle. This becomes a 2/5. Which is annoying, but we can profitably block it. I'm trying to remember if there's a 1-mana combat trick. There might be. Steer clear. Okay. Oh. Opponent probably would have wanted the life gain to hit first. So let's see. Geyser Drake can block. I might just want to set up Silver. I might want to just play Silver Deputy and Canyon Crab here. But now here is the catch. Opponent playing white-green, oh, they're playing the Mounts deck. So a lot of our removal spells are severely outclassed here. Something to keep in mind. That is not a mount, but it's fine. So opponent can crew just make it 2-5 hit us. This one can wait, so now the mercenary, if they start playing creatures, it does grow this one, so we might have to start swinging a Canyon Crab. We really need to hit our bounce spells now. Well, if our opponent is digging for a mount card, we're probably fine. They'll need a 2-drop to make this a 3-something and swing past us. Silver Deputy, that would do it. But that is tapping out their entire board to do so. We can hit back really hard if that happens. I think our opponent is keeping the silver deputy up, so but that makes this a safe block, so we're not taking damage. Now we just need to hit gas. So now, maybe I should not have played that land. I keep forgetting this actually has an ability too. We would have been able to snipe either the Sip Deputy or the... Oh, okay, so we need bounce spells or we're in serious trouble. Yeah, we did not need to play that land. We top out at 5. There was no need for us to play that land. Opponent actually forgetting to use this. So I'm kind of fine with, I suppose. So now we need one non-creature spell to make Slick Shot show off. Well, it still doesn't do it enough. Yeah, we don't exactly have card draw either. Like, we can hit for 4. Opponent should also consider holding back. But I guess it's faster for them to gain life this way. Also, exile it and up to one other creature that's saddled at this turn, so they can... Ooh, they get to take advantage of the ETBs. This doesn't have vigilance, so that is something. And there are 2 steeds now, so that we're actually getting hit for quite a bit. Yeah, we might lose this one here. Especially if we... Yep, that's game over. This is pretty much our weakness, and yeah, look, it's starting to look like that. Hey, Jericho Alagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? So our current record right now is 2-1. My assumption has been made correct. The green deck, especially green white, is actually quite well. It's probably a bad matchup for us, but it could be quite good altogether. So far, we've managed to survive against the decks that try to go multiple colors. But yeah, the mounts deck has a lot of things going for it. We probably are missing quite a bit of card draw despite having a lot of loan sharks. This one is fine. Turn 2 emergent haunting, turn 3 explosive derailment, instant speed. Then turn 4 loan shark. Trained Arix. I'm encouraging our opponent to play a creature in saddle so that you're doing good. Thunder Junction products are delayed to next week. Ooh, that's globalization. It's a shame. Okay, we're gonna try this one. Let's. If our opponent has a counter spell. Do they have a counter spell? Okay, they're letting it go. That's fine. Ooh, tiny bones into a gold pan. And thankfully, this is a plot trigger. Yeah, it's a shame that I guess that's kind of, yeah, I probably would have been really bummed out too. Okay, opponent committing a crime against us. Passing. So I'm gonna just play this now. See if our opponent has a response. Because that was the second spell we cast. I'm just gonna cast Loan Shark right out of the gate. Just draw the card. And Malcolm's quite good. Having the extra haste. This is our first spell. Skewer or Silver Deputy becomes our second spell. Opponent going to murder our house. Okay, don't see that every day. But they did have to use their treasure token for that. They seem to be playing 5 colors. The desert deck. Let's see how good it actually is. Now the one issue we have here is we need another red mana to do Malcolm and Skewer. Alternately, I could just go Silver Deputy, try to set it up next turn. But I can't get the desert if I do. Is that Tumbleweed? Random Tumbleweed. Oh yeah, I did also get the Pet Rock, but it's Assimilation Aegis. Takes our Loan Shark. And not get our cast trigger right away. We will get the desert because now we know we are setting up for the next turn. See what our opponent has in response. No response. Okay, we're good. So right now the plan is trying to punch for the rest of the way. Lone Shark is a bit of an annoying attacker blocker, so that's something to consider. Silver Deputy plus Sharpshooter can get past that. Opponent not really doing anything. I'm hoping I hit two. Okay, there's another spell. So what I want to do is I want to swing first. And this is returned up to 2. So I want to see what our opponents... Nope, never mind, they conceded, they didn't have anything. If they had something, I would have used this town ain't big enough. Target one of our stuff. I might target the Assimilation Aegis, though we would not get the spell back. We would not get the card draw, that's what I meant to say. Okay, not bad. Yeah. Did they say how long it was delayed for? Like, what is it coming? Is it gonna be coming at least before May? Because yeah, Southeast Asia seems to always get the short stick when it comes to deliveries. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Not going to rub any more salt into that wound. So, we definitely want to plot because that said, this is we're completely relying on the slick shot show off. So there's an argument for just playing this turn 2. I could also wait to see if they have a response to this. But if they have a combat trick, I want to get it out of the way now. So it looks like they don't. And I do not mind and I don't mind 3 mana skewer the critics here for in this case. And we do have the mana for our turn 5 plays. Also, do remember that this is a target creature token, so not necessarily getting a good trick here. What's our opponent's follow-up? Highway Robbery. Definitely discarding a card at this point, but our opponent might be in trouble if they're having to do this now. That also denies them the draw card, so that's something. So next turn, so I have to wait. I'm hoping to hit a 4-drop. Okay, opponent hits their green mana, which is what they might have been waiting for this whole time. Yeah, slick shot show off. Kind of a bit of a show off there. That's for sure. Yeah, it's the aggro life. So if our opponent has something that we need to kill, I will trick shot. Well, Hypothesis could do it as well, but do I want to be discarding a non-land card for it? Especially when I... Yeah, basically, it's a whole lot of denial. But we are still in trouble. If our opponent just answers this creature, we're in dig mode. We might want to slow down the breaks a bit, depending on what our opponent has next, but... Prickly Pear? Well... I can safely play the Canyon Crab. And yeah, this is I might even skip for the draw and discard, especially if I hit another land. I will wait for that. Hitting more spells is probably more important than getting the +2 here, and so that's something to consider. Also, it looks like our opponent might be weird. It's weird for me to say this. They might be stuck. They've missed 2 land drops already. I am going to just take this. Because I don't have a good reason to not. I don't have a good reason to block just yet. Trash the town. Okay, they're using it to draw cards. They did not. They're using it to draw cards, but they did not spend it to add the two 1/1 tokens and +1/+1 counters. So they're hoping to hit. And we did not even need the hypothesis. There you go. Whew, that was yeah. Well, I guess it makes sense. Our opponent needed to do another blocker. But yeah, they were really stuck for mana for quite a long time there. That was not good for our opponent. We did make, well, we did make our average record now. I'm still going to have to edit the sealed video. I'm still gonna have to edit the sealed video later. Just splicing the 2 halves. That power outage did not do anyone any favors. It's a miracle I even got back to. I was in such a panic I did not even think of setting it up to record anymore. I did have the time though, but for me it was more about just getting it done, because if the power really did not come back after a long time, that would have been an issue. It is actually a reminder that I should always keep data up just in case something like this happens. It would have been a disaster if it happened while I was playing Pokemon Unite. Okay, this is a keep. Turn 2, turn 1 Forsaken Miner. We'll do turn 2 Extruder, turn 3... That said, which is the better one to hit? Probably this one. So the Emergent Haunting might not get anything to do right away. Next turn we're definitely playing Prickly Pear. Or we could just skewer this now. Then we can decide. Yeah, us not get Raven of Fell Omens. That one's a finer, not much more finer. Now the annoying thing is that this one will keep coming back, so we need to find a better solution for the time being. Also, we still have to deal with this one. If I hit an instant, I could just play Emergent Haunting and wait. We'll block first. If they have a way to commit the crime right away, so be it. Well, they're gonna draw. They are gonna draw a card no matter what. So just discard the land. But honestly, we're probably going to lose this one. We only were able to respond. We never got a proper setup. Like, I could plot this next turn, but this is looking kind of lost. And if they have any more responses, we can just concede right away. Yeah, blue-black seems to be quite good at the control game for the most part. They have a lot of incidental... I can't take 6 though. I can plot just to wait for this, but our opponent could have instant speed answers, and that just kind of kills us anyway. So if they have an answer, we can just pass. They might still have an answer to this though. Generally, their instant speed answers are quite good now. That's one thing to note. So it is props for the blue black deck. So next turn, with Stoic Sphinx. Ugh. We do have to block this. Will our opponent let us know if they have a response to this? Yeah, this is one of the better combat tricks, if any. Better creatures, if any. It's smacks of Dream Trawler and Ezrim. Without all the incidental card advantage. Like, this is kind of mandatory. I have to. And if our opponent has an additional combat trick of sorts, Desert's Dew. Yeah, we have to cast this first. Cast another spell. But we're functioning. Yeah, we can concede now. Ugh. This one, yeah, still well timed. Still well timed, even without killing the creature outright. Really could not do anything in that situation though. So we are at 4 wins, 2 losses. Any game can be our last. Let's see if we can get at least one more win. Emergent Haunting's fine, but yeah, it's a bit of a brick if you're going. Could we have say waited and like not responded to some of the spells? Like, I guess what we could have done. Yeah, we're in the same situation again. I guess what we could have done is save the Legion Extruder. So blue-black has a lot of creatures that don't. The blue side has a lot of creatures with high toughness, but the black side does not. So that's something to keep in mind. So in this case, we are free to go play Silver Deputy, grab a Desert, because our next turn play is going to be a 2-drop anyway. Miriam, good. That's a very good Legion Extruder target. And that said, we can also just pay 2 to sack this and give ourselves a 3/3. Alchemist, our opponent is not plotting. Ooh. definitely want to plot this though. We'll take the tree for now. So what I can do is I can wait for them to drop something that's hopefully not 4 toughness. And hopefully it does not kill our silver deputy. That is 4 toughness. We can just play Canyon Crab instead. What I can do though is I can also just get this out of the way. Play Loan Shark. Draw a card. Then next turn we can set up the Slickshot Lockpicker. Like, we have 6 mana. If I have to, I can Slickshot Lockpicker, then skewer the critics. I'm trying to think what are the possible combat tricks. Could be a steer clear. That would be really bad for us. That would probably be a good reason to not block like this though. No, opponent's letting it go. Okay. Okay. We're quite good there. Do they have Gateway Glamour? Okay, that's fine. So, knowing that, we can just drop Djinn of Fools. We can just drop the Djinn right away. We have to remember, plot does not give the creature haste, it's not suspend, so in this case, yeah, we definitely want to just play this now. Force our opponent to have an actual answer. Rambling Possum. Okay, we can set our way through that. In fact, oh, yeah, flashback cost does not let us cast it for spectacle. Good to know. Opponent has Ariet's Lullaby. Okay. This is actually bad for us because our opponent having this much removal means that over time they're going to be able to punch through. Good news is we can just Loan Shark our way to another card. And Hypothesism might be able to clear this out. Hopefully it's... Okay. Add 1 mana of any color. This town ain't big enough. I can either discard this to deal, or I can just... The next turn I can... Okay, what does our opponent have as a trick? Fierce Retribution. Okay, sure. But now we also have... We now want to save a land because we now have additional draw card, discard a card. Not a tough ask. I might even choose to wait on this because the Spring Splasher is not exactly doing anything. Like, I could still block this with the Slickshot Lockpicker. Okay, so next turn we can do stop cold end of their turn. We can do guide, then we can unload a bit. So which one do I stop cold? Oh, okay, there we go. And we can now do Geyser Drake. Okay. Yeah, the card draw is now really helping us. And we're now seeing green-white's weakness, which is they need cards. Lots of them. I could just snipe this right away. I could have gone for the extra, but I decided not to. Canyon not. I could just pitch the splash, right? Spring Splasher, I guess. We're not crime deck. Also note this is any target. So that was a reason to snipe that. If they have a way to answer Malcolm or Geyser Drake, I'm going to not pump the Canyon Crab. If they don't, basically I'm forcing them to do a block. I'm also forcing them to have a combat trick as well. If they don't have it, then we win this one. We can Longhorn Sharpshooter. This is any target. There we go. Managed to get there. Whew. There is a card that kind of gives that gives reach, so I had to swing with the additional creature. I could have swung with everything. They would have lost it. Okay, so not so bad. It's okay. 5 wins. We're already above average, and we are getting paid off for this one. Let's see if we can get the 6th and maybe a 7th win. Okay, so yeah, definitely keeping this one. I could go Malcolm right away, but there's an argument for, say, going Silver Deputy first. Hit our land drop. We'll take the road to Canyon, put it up top. So what happens next is dependent on what our opponent plays. Concerning Peddler, so we can go for Malcolm. I could have also tapped it to give it the extra power. That was a whiff. There was no. Yeah, we should have given it the extra power. There was no reason. So let's see what our opponent's follow-up is. We're most likely last... Okay, that's a big rare. Well, we can kill it at least, so... And this is why interaction is so important. Also, Malcolm generating clue tokens makes our forge a lot better. So we are able to weather the storm here. Opponent actually discard the Skullduggery. Going for another Discerning Peddler. Having to discard Skewer the Critics. Okay, they did have a Thunder Salvo. But now we are kind of land flooded, so this is going to be an issue for us. We do need... Yeah, we were missing Thunder Salvos for the most part. Discerning Peddler actually, yeah, pretty much a very good blue piece for red, I suppose. I could use a bunch of those. Does our opponent have Murder? Consuming Ashes. Okay, at least they had to use the expensive one for that. Okay. Well, we're flooding like heck. Hypothesis would be really nice. Ooh, Insatiable Avarice. It's on the top, but we can't exactly interact with it. Oh, come on. I'll probably give it to... Now, our opponent shootered for something really nasty. If it's like Terror of the Peaks, yeah, it'll be over. We don't really have... Rakdos the Muscle, just as bad. Yeah, it's over. We drew way too many lands. Sometimes the game ends for you, so not fault of our own. But we did get 5 wins. It's above average. We did get our money back, so pretty much not too bad. Not too bad altogether. We had a pretty good concept. We just kind of got busted out at the end. There is an argument. Maybe we could have saved one of the removal spells, but that is an exercise for next time. That's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications, and whatnot. Yeah, this one ruined us game 2. Many thanks to Jericho Alagan for tuning in. Let's see if there were any other notifications on this one. No, that was 3 days ago. Okay. So yeah, Decisive Denial from the bonus sheet. Even Interrupter. Yeah, I saw that a while ago. We had no reason to go into white at the time. Yeah, Skewer the Critics. Roxanne. Roxanne actually feels very... Despite the fact that it comes with removal on its own, it feels awfully mid. I don't understand. Maybe it's because it costs 5. But we'll leave it for what it is. And Essence Capture. Hey, we did get the Blooming Marsh after all. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are, and have a great week, everyone.